to the channel and welcome to a new game for the channel that is called Cthulhu. So it's a horror style game set in the 1960s, where it's a little bit creepy, a little bit dark. Not sure what we're going to be facing and finding, but basically it's a lot of horror and scary stuff, which is what I enjoy. Going by the video that's coming up on screen, we're going to get, ghosts as well and freaky stuff. I enjoy all of that. I loved the Resident Evil series that we did earlier in the year before Resident Evil 2. So I'm expecting this to give me goosebumps and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't really know what to expect. So let's jump straight in and see what it's all about. Okay, Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. Yes, let's enter the madness. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can something. H.P. Lovecraft. That would be a shark. Okay, still crawling through the mud. We've got to a gate. And it is open, and it looks like there's intestines all on the floor. Love it. Okay, so WASD is the normal move keys. Yeah, this is a little bit messed up. But that's what I expected. It looks like another fish, maybe a tuna. I like tuna. Okay, yeah, dead sharks. Fun. Getting eaten by one, nothing down there. Thinking it's because it's the intro, it's just going to be one way. Okay, looks like we're going through there because the game's telling me to do so. Okay, what is this over here? Candles. Aha, E. Obviously, we're not getting through there. This way then? Yeah, of course it's this way, it's nice and dark. That's what that said. Can I pick up this lantern? Yes. There we go. Aha! Bolt cutters. Helpful. Let's see what else is laying around here that we might want. Got open, that's just, a local shark taking a nice dive. But let's get out of here. Let's use the bolt cutters. Okay, you can rhyme, the voice in my head. Yeah, I think I'm going this way. Whether I like it or not. It's a lot of fish.
What a putrid offering.
I'm not putrid or an offering. I don't like the voice in my head.
Fight. You have been chosen.
Yeah, I'm running. I'm running. The game's telling me to run, so it must be time to run.
Behold. Everything has already been written.
Eyes. He's got no eyes.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Is it a squid? Okay. Very interesting. A squid arm. Okay, it's a nightmare. All good.
I hate whiskey.
Okay, so apparently he was just drunk. My private detective agency contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not usually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. Okay, let's see what else we have around here. Inventory. Lost Battalion. My old lighter that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. If that is the same Lost Battalion that I'm aware of in history, they did pretty damn good, considering they were cut off and surrounded and damn near lost completely. But they managed to gut it out and survive like 3 days against all odds. And what have we here? That is investigation. Okay. Eloquence. Spot hidden. Spot hidden represents your ability to find hidden objects. Okay. And sanity. I think we've lost a little bit of sanity already. So Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War, where he took part in the Meuse-Argonne offensive. That's not Mouse, that's Meuse-Argonne offensive. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. Okay, so yes. I'm pretty sure that is the same place. Key?
Been too long since I've slept in a bed.
Okay, no, that's not a key. That was something else.
I used to be an avid reader.
Used to be. You can't read anymore, apparently.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
That's fine. We don't need top-notch cases.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Case closed, apparently.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Interesting. Yes, let's turn that off because we'll already get copyrighted otherwise. We probably already have been copyrighted.
It's been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Oh, here's investigation agency. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings I probably won't wake up. Despite that, the treatments, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What Nameless creature is calling me. It's called the Call of Cthulhu for a reason, this game. Yeah, don't drink. No. Let's answer the phone instead.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce? Private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Okay. Do we have... Oh, we have 8 character points. Okay. Well, let's... Strength, eloquence. Eloquence represents your ability to influence those you talk to by power of speech. Improving this skill increases your chances of convincing or manipulating during discussions. 4 skill points. Ah, okay. 2. Aha, I get it now. Shall we... Let's put a couple into hits to spot hidden. Psychology. Investigation. 4 are required there as well. No, 6, sorry. Okay, that's because it's 3 already. Medicine, we'll probably need that. And that's all of my skill points spent for the moment. Okay. Yep, let's validate. And let's go to
Thank you
character
for this
creation.
information, Mr. Pierce.
Oh no, that
Our
was...
files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Nice to meet you
Sir,
as
I
well.
came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
And? What are you saying?
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
Looks like a scary photo. I don't want to look
What
at
am
it.
I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Why didn't you give me that to me in person? Fool.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Okay, a shipping label. Some of it is unreadable, but I can make out parts of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report, it says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting, an article writing about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon. Okay, and there's nothing on the back, okay. Let's take a look at this then.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce,
Oh.
what do you make of
He's
these
still here.
elements?
Let's find out a bit more about WoW.
The sender's label mentions
36.
Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Where did she live? Yeah.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
I read about a mental fragility. That's a big and interesting word.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Trying. Something's not right with this story.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
I think I'm beginning to
There are
understand.
other options.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case.
Okay.
I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
Because need money for
Darkwater.
alcohol.
I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Okay. That's case closed.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston,
Ah.
but I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Okay. Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants of sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coast of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
I'm sure we will.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
I don't think there's anything else. I suppose that's a, bump into it. The Learning of Medicine, Volume 1. A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. The first volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world and details of symptoms and suitable treatments. Okay, do I get item obtained? Medicine progression. So by finding books we get some free experience basically. What's this?
I wonder why I still take these things.
Sleeping pills, okay. Obtain sleeping pills. Well, you never know when I want to go to bed, to be fair. So, let's leave. Let's go find this. I think I'm going to the house first, to Darkwater, then we go to the island, I believe. Looks like we found a boat to get to the island.
Almost there.
Okay, so now the real fun begins. Good start. There's a crash shipwreck. Right where we're pulling up.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
Stay on board.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office.
Okay.
If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood.
Sounds good.
I'm going for a look around the docks.
Okay, so let's take a look around, see what we can find. Whale bones.
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You seen how old this thing is?
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy! They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway. That's no way to treat an omen. Oh, yeah?
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Let's ask about warehouse.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's
Police
something
officer.
coming.
I'd imagine he's probably hiding something. Let's go into the bar and see what this place is hiding for us. Prohibition. January 16th, 1990, momentous day in world history.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Okay. So maybe the prohibition is meant to be something that is honoured, but it's not because it's on an island and no one cares. Interesting fella.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
I'm sorry. Okay, guidance show whole test of strength. Yeah, let's go for that one.
Yet you served this man, and you can't say he's been on his best behavior.
He's a regular. It was you who provoked him by turning up with your mainland manner.
You mistake my manner. I ask nothing more than to become a regular as well, which will be difficult if you refuse to serve me.
I hope you're less talkative when you're drunk.
Try me.
We'll see.
Okay, no prohibition around here.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Oh, we know she's a she. Let's find out about Darkwater. Why the stranded whale?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Okay, let's find out.
What
about
can you
Sarah.
tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
True.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal.
I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
Sounds like a party.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Let's have a drink.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
Only a small
I wouldn't say
glass.
no to a glass.
Try this.
I hope it's in a clean glass. That glass is already on the counter.
I think we'll get along well.
Cool. This will affect your destiny. Okay. Find out about.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland. Then,
Okay, now I've been through this.
I've got what I need.
anything else?
Yeah.
That'll be all
let's
for now.
leave. Okay, so we got a little bit of information that the place is haunted. Well, has its superstitions. Let's see if there's anything else around here. They're not arrows. I think they're whaling harpoons stuck into that. Interesting. I think this place might need to have something to do with a tetanus shot afterwards. Let's talk to this creepy looking guy.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Yeah, you carry on there. I don't think I'm going to get anything from them guys. Let's speak to this lady.
What you looking at, stranger?
What is a woman like you doing in a place like this?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger.
I don't want to. I want to annoy you. And it looks like that's about it. Okay, so let's talk to Fitzroy in the Harbour Master's place. Yeah.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
The Cilia returned to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Cilia, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the dock to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Interesting.
You have no right to treat us like this.
New clue memorized.
What did he say?
He laughed.
Obviously that's a clue of some description, but I'm not sure how it fits in just yet. So let's go to the Harbour Master's building that looks about like as sturdy as the rest of the whole town, and it's going to fall down any second. Anything around the outside? Probably not. Oh, I can get in this door. Why not? Let's take a look around first, see what we can find.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman cat.
We'll find out in a second. Nothing there. Good job it glowed.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Okay, I think that's a bell.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
I think the entire town could do with some rust remover. Okay, yeah, there's a toilet. Very clean. I'm not going to use it unless I'm absolutely desperate.
This blackboard hasn't been used in a long while.
Correct.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Ah, so that's the ship that's crashed. Ah, that's just typical. I think you need to clean your stairs, mate. That's a health and safety hazard. Learning of Medicine Volume 2. Medicine Progress. Or Progression. Awesome. We're getting smarter by the day.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Oh, maybe they could be. Maybe they are. Nothing in there, and
What a macabre souvenir.
that's a wooden leg. Of course, you've got one of those lying around. Who doesn't have a wooden leg on display in their house? Okay, let's talk to him and see what we can find out.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Okay. Let's take a look.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Oh. Well, that's rather disappointing, I guess. Ah, the rest of... Only a few dates still eligible, 1819 to 1907, and a partial dates. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? Interesting. Let's go find the captain and speak to him. Oh, I found him. I could have just gone out this door. Never mind.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Okay. Your documents are unreadable.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
What did Charles Hawkins really do for a living?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although, these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder?
Interesting. Talk about Darkwater. Oh, there's a lot to talk about. This photograph looks strangely like...
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I've already seen it. Not that interested. Saw the killer whale on the wharf.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
would have killed it.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
Megalodon.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
There is a megalodon down there somewhere. Why are they putting it back in the sea?
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
There you go. What is this miraculous?
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
That doesn't really say much.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Okay, so yeah, let's see if we can find
I'm
out
looking
where...
for Warehouse 36.
Warehouse
You know where it
36
is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
There you go, nice and
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
simple. I have no idea. Belonged to the Hawkins family. Yeah, let's go for
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
that. Okay. Yeah.
I shall be on my way.
Let's go search it.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
1 CP games. Let's take a look. Pierce. We've got 2 CPs available. Well, let's put that into elegance. Could be medicine and occult skills can only be improved by discovering objects in the environment. Fair enough. So I can't up those. Well, let's go for 2 more points there and we get a level up there, which will be fine. Yep, all goods. I don't think there's anything new for Sanity. All the people we've met. We've only got 4 clues at the moment, and we have a lighter in our inventory. Pretty sure we have sleeping pills as well somewhere. Okay, so we can now get past. So we can now go back, go into warehouse 36, which I'm guessing is this one.
Where do you think you're going?
Others are interested in warehouse 36. I must. What are the police doing here?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
Others are interested.
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
We're on the same case, same team.
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
Okay, so I can't get in the front sides. Let's see if there's an entrance round back. I'm guessing there is. Although it looks like I'll probably have to go through those two.
Tell me. No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
I bet that you hid. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Oh dear. I think they might have a way of getting us inside.
Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
This cat sent me. Ooh. Yeah, let's...
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
That's very polite.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
I'm guessing, yeah. Let's...
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
Interesting.
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
Okay, so we can't go that way. That little ramp leads back up there where Mr. Policeman is standing. So let's go around the other side and see what is there.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah?
And we can run as well, although we don't really speed up. We do speed up enough. Anything down here? No.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
You're scared of their boss?
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
Okay.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you.
Okay.
I shall take my leave.
I shall. It looks like there might be a way in up there. Okay, find hidden items. Oh, is that a ladder? Okay. Don't know if I should have gone straight up here, but that's fine.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating, but it's been completely taken to bits. There must be some spare parts amid all this clutter.
Aha, there we go. Right, let's see what we can find.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Ah, use our lights. Does that help us? find anything. Looks like it. This part enables heavy loads to be lifted and held aloft without risk. Ratchet device.
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
Oh, good. Aha!
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
Awesome. So, I'm guessing the ratchet device goes here.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
No. Just tells me what I already knew. So, if I click here, mounts the handle, ratchet device, leave. So I'm missing, whoops, one bit, I'm guessing. So what bit am I missing? I can't climb over there. Aha, there we go.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
That should be the last piece that we're after. And we can then get into the grate. Turn the handle.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
There we go, look at that. Okay, so now that we're into the warehouse, I am going to leave this video here and we shall investigate the warehouse in the next video. So, doesn't look very healthy down there. Green smoke is not something that I want to really breathe in, but you know, we're going to do it anyway. So, it's a first look. It's a bit of a slow start, but I have a feeling that it'll pick up pace in the next few, inside the warehouse basically, which will be in the next video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to hit the like button, and if you want to see more videos and see how many times I get scared shitless, remember to hit the subscribe button. But until next time, have fun and enjoy the rest of your day.